Hello everyone, how's it going, and welcome to another video. Today is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be a guide today, unfortunately. I did have a Kaiser guide scheduled, but that will probably be for a later date now. Today we're going to be looking through Wild Rift Patch Notes 2.0, aka Season 1, where they're adding new champions, they got new gameplay improvements, new events, and everything like that. And this would be like my reaction / initial thoughts for it. Anyway, let's just get straight into it. In our first patch of the new year, we say hello to 5 Yordle champions and a lineup of features like Party Finder, New Lacy Indicator, and more. Cool. We don't know who the author is. RP author, I guess. Our first patch of 2021 is here with some exciting changes, including a bundle. Let's see what they did there. Of new champions. We're introducing some of Bandle City's finest to the Rift. Corki, Kennen, Tristana, Lulu, and of course Teemo. Follow them on their adventures during our newest event, Yordle Expedition, which is probably going to be an event where you can unlock the champions for free. They've done pretty well with that so far. You can unlock Wukong for free during an event, Darius and Draven for free as well. And when you start up a new account on Wild Rift, you can get champions for free and skins for free on there as well. So they've done quite well to help people out and unlock some of the newest champions. We've also added some handy features like Party Finder, a new Lacy Indicator, and a slew of other gameplay improvements. Awesome. Finally, get ready to kick off the first official ranked season of Wild Rift and climb to gold for a brand new reward, Glorious Trendemir. Say hello to a new year and patch 2.0. Hype, hype, hype indeed. So all the new champions, sweet. So first off, we have Corki. Now Corki is a little Yordle that sits on, like, I would say like a rocket sort of thing, like he flies around in a rocket. He is primarily, I would say, a mid laner. Can be used in the dragon lane as well. He has a couple cool abilities. He has a thing where he can fire out rockets. He has like a little machine gun that comes out on the front of his little spaceship, and he also has like a flying ability as well, which he can fly over walls and everything. It's called Valkyrie. Some very cool abilities. Cool thing about Corki as well is his passive is in base. After a certain amount of time, you can actually pick up additional rockets in the base, and it works as like a huge cross map, like flying rocket basically. So you can pretty much get, I don't know if it's going to be that far, but you can pretty much get from one side of the map to the other, probably from like mid lane to top lane. You got Kennen. Now Kennen is a top lane, sometimes played in Baron lane, but was very limited in League of Legends that he was played in Dragon lane, but it could be a possibility. Like a little electric Yordle. Comes around with all her lightning abilities, has a really good ultimate for team fights. If you can wombo combo Kennen's ultimate with, I don't know, a Malphite, a Jarvan, Kennen's ultimate is like a big massive AoE, like electric field, which over time stuns people as well. Tristana, which is probably my most excited for Yordle coming. She's a very aggressive laner. She has an ability that you can basically put a little bomb on top of a champion or a minion, and every single time you auto attack it, the bomb will get bigger, and then after time, or when you attack it 5 times, the bomb will explode, so do big massive AoE damage. She has a jump ability that resets every single time that you go in or you kill an enemy, and then it resets again. It's really good for jumping in, getting a kill, and then jumping out again. Really awesome. Has an attack speed ability as well on her first ability. The next one is Lulu. Lulu is a support champion. She has a shield. She has a speed buff. She has like a little glitter lance thing which slows down enemies, which is pretty cool as well. The cool thing is her ability can be used in 2 different ways. If you use it on your ally, so you got like the second and the third ability, the W and the E. If you use it on an ally, the ally will gain a shield for the third ability, or a movement speed buff for the second ability, the W. Or if you use it on an enemy, Lulu can use her E for damage, or her W turns them into a little sheep. It's called polymorph. It turns them into a little sheep. So it's really good if someone's trying to jump into your team. You use your W to polymorph then, and they can't do anything. They can't attack. They can't use any abilities. So it's a really good support champion. Has been played a couple of times mid lane and top lane as well, but we'll have to see how she fits into the meta to see if she will fit in there. But primarily she is a support. Actually works really well with Lulu. These two together work really well in lane. If you get like Ardent Sensor or something really strong for shields for Lulu, just put it on the Tristana, and Tristana will just carry you late game. But again, Wild Rift's a little bit different than League, so we'll have to see how that works out. And last but least, the toxic little devil, himself, Teemo. Teemo is a little yordle that goes around the map, can turn invisible. Can only turn invisible if they stand still. I should clarify that. Not like Evelyn, where Teemo could walk around the map invisible. If Teemo stands still, then he could turn invisible. Goes around, plants mushrooms, has a blind ability, can deal poison damage. Yeah, it's a very, very interesting champion, to say the least. Not really the best champion in League of Legends, but might be able to fit pretty well into Wild Rift. We'll see. Have to do some tests and see how Teemo does, which is pretty cool. On to the features now. We got Party Finder. Tired of current solo, Party Finders make it easier for players to go into pre-made games. Party owners can make their lobbies available to their friend list. Cool, so people can join, I guess. Or to the public. Look at the top right-hand corner of the lobby screen, and players can search for lobbies to join. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at the bottom left corner of the home screen. You can filter your search by lobby type, and Party Finder will recommend eligible groups based on your social connections and game preferences. Time to queue up. That's pretty cool. I gotta admit, solo queue is kind of rough. I don't know. I've been struggling recently a solo queue, especially playing as a Dragon Lane champion. It's really hard to go in solo. So I guess being able to meet new people is always a good thing. You can always try and communicate them through voice chat as well. If you're a Dragon Lane champion like me, if you find a support randomly, that's pretty decent. You know, you can meet new people. It's a cool way for people to join your lobbies as well, like friends and everything. You don't have to keep requesting to join and everything. So you can just make the lobby open to friends list, and then anyone from your friends list can join, which is pretty awesome. Latency indicators. No more latency indicators on the homepage. Cool. Turns out I wasn't accurate in showing the latency of the player would actually experience in their game. So we replaced it with a network indicator to show what kind of network you're on. Wi-Fi, 4G. Cool. Plus a new in-game indicator of your actual ping during gameplay. Cool. Interesting. Social sharing. Players can now save the end of game scoreboards, end of game personal performance, career most played champion, season rank win streak, new champion required, new skin acquired, and leaderboard screen. Wow. So their device cameras roll to share on Facebook. Perfect for flexing after a 15-0Z game. That's pretty awesome. It's a cool way of, you know, putting it on Twitter or Facebook. I use Twitter a lot. So it's a cool way for me to put on Twitter. If I've had like a really cool game, I can share it onto Twitter. If I have if I get a really cool end of season rank or something like that, I can share it on Twitter as well. Or I could share to you all the, obviously, I have like a really high Jhin score or something like that. So pretty cool idea. Map description. If you want to get familiar with the lay of the land when you're not trying to also farm minions or watch out for the enemy jungle, you can now explore the Wild Rift map in detail. Read up on jungle monsters, epic monsters, plants, and structures. Ooh, okay, interesting. I guess more user-friendly, I guess, and more for new people that don't really understand the game that much. You can have a look around and see the Wild Rift map in all details about the jungle monsters, epic monsters, and everything like that. Pretty interesting. Tutorial optimization. Performance improving tutorials can now read prompts based on players' gameplay. That's cool. Also made some visual updates to tutorials and first champion unlock screen. Cool. Champion mastery emotes. The ultimate flex champion mastery emotes. Players can unlock a champion mastery emote by reaching mastery level 5 with that champion. They can then equip and use it like in any other in-game emote to communicate. Okay, that's a cool thing. They have this in normal League of Legends as well. If you reach a high mastery, it's mainly used for like BM, basically bad mana, where like if you outplay the opponent, you just spam the champion mastery emote. It's like, look, I'm a high mastery, I'm better than you, and everything like that. So it's pretty cool. Lots of new skins seem to be coming. Sad Robot and Moomoo's not that bad. Is it Earth? Oh no, it's Earth Rider. Earth Rider Corki, that's a pretty cool skin. Arcade Corki is a really cool skin. Star Guardian skins are coming, which are really awesome. Star Guardian Jan is really good. Star Guardian Jinx is really good. Arctic Ops Kennen, Star Guardian Lulu, Dragon Trainer Lulu as well. Oh, these are so good. These are so many good skins. Star Guardian Lux, Cottontail. Oh, okay, so Teemo's actually getting the 2 skins that I thought he would get. Cottontail Teemo and Little Devil Teemo. Little Devil Teemo, this skin is just so evil. It's crazy. Gorilla Tristana. Archilect Varus, which is really cool. Little Demon Tristana, Wicked Lulu, Super Kennen, and Star Guardian Ezreal. So bringing Star Guardians in, which Star Guardians are probably one of the most popular, I would think, in League of Legends. They're just really, really cool skins. Really like them. Free-to-play champion rotations, not really too bothered about them. If you're into free-to-play, if you want to free-to-play champions that you want to give a try, Jhin is actually in there if you want to give Jhin a try. From the 7th to the 13th of January, which is pretty cool. Game system, ping replies. Now you can let your teammate know you've heard your ping replies. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, sometimes you spam ping a lot and people don't really listen, which has happened multiple times in game with me. So it's nice that people can acknowledge, I guess, your replies. Dragon / Baron's respawn timers. Respawn times for Epic Monsters, Dragon, and Baron Nash are now displayed on the scoreboards. We've also made some minimap UI improvements. Okay, so this is the thing that they've added to League. I mean, it's kind of good, I guess. I mean, to be fair, I kind of lose track of Dragon and Baron timers as well. I think they're a bit different to normal League. This is a cool way. So, like, if the Dragon, for example, is a minute until it spawns or something like that, you know you need to start getting vision on the Dragon. If the Baron spawns in a minute, you know you need to start getting vision on the Baron. It's a lot easier, I guess. You can check the scoreboard, see how close you are to Baron, and kind of plan ahead instead of waiting until I think the timer only shows when it's like 30 seconds or something like that. And normally when that shows up, you're like, oh crap, I need to go to Baron now. It's 30 seconds. You know, I need to start setting off vision, and everyone starts panicking a little bit. So it's a cool way to quickly check the scoreboard, and hopefully you can ping the Dragon and Baron respawn timers as well, because that's normally quite useful. Scoreboard logic, no screen peeking. Enemy information on scoreboards now update only after players gain vision. Ah, okay. So this is actually a thing that me and a friend Keys was talking about. Now in Wild Rift, well, not anymore, but in Wild Rift, you could basically see everyone's starting item. So you can kind of plan ahead. You know, if you're stronger, like you kind of plan. You know who's stronger during the laning phase. But now you can only see the champion's starting items, or like when they go back, if they buy an item, you can only see now their updates and everything only when you get vision. So that's pretty interesting. This also counts for level as well. You can actually keep track of the enemy jungler all the time. Before with the scoreboard, you could keep looking at the scoreboard, seeing what level they are. But now you actually need to get vision of them. So sometimes the junglers could get completely outscaled and probably won't know what level the enemy jungler is over time, which is a bit scary. But it's the same as a normal League. You have to try and get vision on the jungler to see how far they are ahead or what items they have. Excuse me. The same with the laners and everything as well. Excuse me, as well. New emote wheel. You can now open the emote wheel by holding down on your champion instead of clicking into communications panel. Okay. Let's see how that works out. It's a pretty cool way of doing it. System message UI. System message no longer block players' view of their own champion, i.e. failed to surrender it. Thank God. This was so annoying, by the way. Every time I think there was a situation where I was playing a game and people would keep surrendering. I'd keep clicking no because I wanted to still play, and then after a while, if you get into a middle of the team fight and someone clicks no and surrender because they've died, you get a big massive pop-up message on your screen. I'm just like, this is right in the middle of the screen. I don't know what people's health bars and everything like that are. So really good change. I really, really like this change. Really, really nice. Detailed stats in the stats tab of the scoreboard. Players can now see more detailed breakdown of the key stats, including exactly how much damage reduction in percentage, the armor that magic resist items provide, as well as the conversion from ability haste to cooldown reduction. Again, more stats that we need. Being able to see like our armor magic resist items provide now, what extras they give. And this one is really important as well. Ability haste to cooldown, because you can keep building ability haste, but you don't actually know how much cooldown reduction it's given, especially for new people as well. So yeah, it's really, really cool to convert that into cooldown reductions. So you can kind of work out how much cooldown reduction you're getting for it and see if it's worth it. Tower prioritization. Towers are prioritized targeting super minions over siege minions. Got to take down those supers first. Okay, I didn't realize this was a thing, to be fair. I'm actually surprised that it wasn't targeting super minions first over siege minions. Cool, Season 1 start. The first official ranked season Wild Rift starts 8th of January 2021. We have a date. We have 3 days to go until Season 0 ends. We have a date. There was a thing on the client which said like 3 days to go, but we never really had a date of when it would start. So 8th of January 2021. Players who participate in Season 0 will receive rank rewards after the season ends. A participation icon for everyone and a player emblem for those who hit gold and above. Awesome. There'll be a soft reset for Season 1 and ranked mode will be unavailable for 3 to 4 hours whilst we transition between seasons. Also have our first glorious thing, Glorious Trendemir, up for grabs for those who make it to gold as well. They never stood a chance. So I think I'll be fine with getting Glorious Trendemir. I mean, I'm at Emerald 3 at the moment, so it should be okay. Events, here we go. Join us as we search high and low, leaving no crug unturned in our quest to Wild Rift's latest champions. Pack your bag, polish your boots, and prepare your map for the great Yordle expedition. Hey, gotta love Yordles. Yordles is probably one of my coolest, champions from Runeterra. Very, very cool. Other notes as well. We continue and will continue to tune matchmaking improvements. Thank God. The leaderboard now updates every 10 to 15 minutes rather than 24 hours. Thank God for this. It was actually really annoying. Recently, I got to the top 100 gym players in EU. I had to wait every 24 hours to see what my updated rank will be. Now I only have to wait every 10-15 minutes, which is normally how long a game lasts. So by the end of your game, boom, you can check your stats and see if they're updated. Play another game and then you can check again. And then now you can keep a more up-to-date stats on how well you're doing in terms of, you know, your friends leaderboards, champions leaderboards, and even server leaderboards as well, which is really awesome. And a few improvements to chats include a better visual presentation for pre-made voice chat, pre-found list filters, and some UX changes for social interactions. Awesome. Overall, pretty excited. There's some, again, all the champions and everything that are coming in are so cool. Some of the skins are really good as well. The champions itself are really good. Party Finder's a good feature. But yeah, all the champions are going to be really, really fun to play. I'll now go into the balance changes as well, which unfortunately is not on the patch notes yet. It was on the tweet that a lead designer tweeted out. So I'll quickly move over to that, and then we will have a look at the patch notes for the balance changes. So these are balance changes happening in Wild Rift patch 2.0. We've got a few champion nerfs, 1 champion buff, and some neutral objective nerfs. First champion nerf is to Zed. The first ability, which is like his little missile thing that he goes out. The width has been reduced from 175 to 125. Not really that big of a change. Kind of reduces his wave clear and everything. Also reduces, it also makes you need to aim it a bit more as well. I guess sometimes they thought the hitbox was a bit too wide and a bit too easy to hit, so they've reduced that. Master Yi Wuju Style, which is the third ability, bonus true damage now, only 33% effective versus structures. I guess there was some sort of bug or something that would allow Master Yi to split push for days. Champion buff to Wukong. His clone, which is his second ability, now mimics the ability cost of Wukong's Golden Staff 1. That's pretty awesome. Allows him to wave clear a lot more. Also allows him to do more damage as well during the lane. So a nice little buff to Wukong. Neutral objective nerfs. Red buff has been nerfed by a bit. True damage per second has been lowered to 1 times the champion level. From 1.6 times the champion level to 1 times the champion level, so 0.6 of a nerf there. And the same with the evolved Crest of the Cinderlands as well, which is the red buff that comes on later during the game. It gets a bit of an upgrade. Again, that's been reduced from 3.2 to 1.5, which is kind of a big nerf. I guess they thought the red buff was doing a bit too much in terms of true damage, but we'll have to see about that. Nerf to Rift Herald as well, which is quite interesting. I don't think Rift Herald gets taken enough, really. Eye damage reduced from 20% max HP to 15%. Now permanently closes at 20% HP remaining instead of 15%. Interesting. One thing to note about these nerfs, no Evelyn nerfs, no Gragas nerfs, no Jhin nerfs, no Alistar nerfs. These 4 champions that I've just listed are probably the 4 most broken, I would say. What I can think out of, Lee Sin as well is another one. Really, really strong jungler. Them 5 are probably the strongest champions in the game at the moment, and they haven't touched any of them. It's just a bit scary. I guess there's new champions coming in. But Evelyn mid is just way too strong at the moment, way and above the rest. I'm surprised she hasn't got nerfed at all. Yeah, it's a bit disgusting, I would say. But we'll have to see how it goes. And we'll have to see how these nerfs and buffs, or if they change anything. They might do another mid patch again, and they might change a few champions after a while. But anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this little patch rundown video. When all the champions come out, I'll be trying doing guides on all of them, especially Tristana. That will be my first champion that I'll be doing a guide on, especially as a Dragon Lane champion main. But for now, that is it for today's video. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.